India is a land of culture, tradition, and values. In Indian culture, we give utmost respect to our women. We worship women as Goddess Durga, Goddess Saraswati, Goddess Lakshmi, and Goddess Parvati. A woman plays a very important role in our lives. She is our mother, sister, wife, daughter, friend, teacher, and so on. It is very well said that यत्र नार्यस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता, अर्थात जिस किसी भी स्थान पर नारी की पूजा होती है और उसका सत्कार होता है, देवता वही निवास करते हैं. यत्र तास्तु न पूज्यन्ते सर्वत्र फला क्रिया, यदि किसी स्थान पर स्त्री का सम्मान नहीं हो सकता तो वहाँ पर किए हुए सभी अच्छे कार्य वो भी निष्फल हो जाते हैं. सो for the development of any nation, it is very important to safeguard the interest of a women. Today, we are celebrating International Day of the Girl Child 2020, and on this day, myself Richa Khanna, Assistant Professor, School of Agriculture Sciences and Engineering, IFTM University, Muradabad, welcomes you all. Today, on this occasion, let us all take a pledge that we will safeguard our girl's child against all sort of crimes that are happening in the society. Since a girl is born, she faces a number of heinous crimes against her. It starts with female feticide, then poor education system, early or child marriages, dowry deaths, domestic violence, rapes, divorce, eve teasing, acid attacks, and so on. These incidents may have a very traumatizing effect on a girl or a woman at all the phases of her life, and sometimes it is really difficult to forget about those incidences. A number of disgraceful crimes takes place against women every day. Violence against women and girls is universal. It doesn't matter to which race, religion, country, class, or culture you belong. No country has been ever able to provide 100% safety to women. According to a data published by UNICEF, worldwide, 1 in every 3 women have faced some sort of domestic violence or crime against her. If we look into the figure of India, it is quite disturbing. In India, a total of 4,05,861 cases of crime against women were reported in the year 2019, and this is 7.3% higher if we compare it with the previous year, that is 2018. And has the crime stopped? No. They are continuously increasing. So now what? Shall we stop going outside our homes? Shall we stop taking education? Or shall we stop going to the work? Well, the answer is no. Just because of presence of certain antisocial elements in the society, we cannot stop chasing our dreams. Always remember, there is your family who supports you. There are a number of good people in the society who admires us for who we are. What we have to do is to follow some of the safety practices which we often forget to keep ourselves safe in all the situations of our life. We deserve to be safe. So on this day, let us all take responsibility for ourselves by keeping ourselves safe by adopting some of the very common practices which we forget in our daily lives. Next point comes that where you should follow the safety. Well, the safety has to be followed everywhere. When you are traveling, it is also related to your mobile phones, safety against cybercrime. Next, your parents. There is lot of information that must be shared with your parents. Next, self-defense techniques, safety with your classmates and colleagues, safeguarding your friend, confronting a drunk person, and at last, if something wrong has happened, then how will you go about taking a professional help? First point is safety while traveling. While traveling, the most common mistake that we do is we just plug in our earphones and we do not remain vigilant about our surroundings. This is a very wrong practice. While traveling, we should be very confident and we should be very careful and vigilant about what is happening around us. We have to be careful about our surroundings. You should put your parents' number or the number of someone who cares for you on your speed dial so that if any emergency situation is there, you don't have to scroll down the numbers. There is a very easy app available on all the smartphones, that is Google Map. You can use Google Map for searching directions. You can use it to find out the distance between two places, and it will also tell you the time required to travel from one place to another place, and you can plan your journey accordingly. also there is an option to share your live location. When you have shared your live location, your parents can have a real time access on where you are. Suppose you are traveling in any taxi or auto, what you have to do is first take the number of that taxi or auto and the driver details and share it with your parents. Next, avoid going to the isolated places alone. If you think someone is trying to follow you, then you can cross the street or step into a nearby stores. Any store, any medical shop, anything is there, because these places are mostly equipped with CCTV cameras and they have an access to a mobile phone or a landline phone, and from there you can ask for an immediate help. This is how a Google map works. It can easily help us to find out the distance between two places. Suppose you have to travel from point A to point B. It will tell you the distance between the two places and also the approximate time that you will require to travel from one place to the another. There is also another option, that is sharing your live location. You can share your live location via WhatsApp with your parents, to the people who care for you, or to a local guardian, and they can have a real time access on where you are at present. Next comes mobile apps for emergency situation. The roles of technology has been undeniable in our daily lives. In our daily lives, we use a number of mobile applications to perform a number of tasks. There are several mobile applications available which can be used to keep ourselves safe. First application that I would like to share with you is called as Himmat app. It is an app which is launched by Delhi Police for the residents and travelers in Delhi. Any woman who is in trouble can send an SOS alert from her registered mobile number. First of all, you have to get your mobile number registered with the app, and then you can send information from this app. Automatically, your location and audio video information will be traced by the Delhi Police, and the nearest police station will be there to provide you any immediate help if you are in any condition of distress. Next app is My Safety Pin. It is a very important app, particularly when you have to take some traveling decisions, especially during the night time. It calculates the safety score of that area, and the safety score is calculated on the basis of a number of parameters such as the availability of lightning, availability of public transport, police station, ATM, and also on the basis of width of footpath and presence of any basement. It pins out the safe locations with a green color and the unsafe ones are pinned with a red color. It also provides you an option to share your live location and to view some alternate and safe routes for traveling. Suppose you have to travel some place and the app is showing you red pins, so you can easily find out that what is the alternate route to reach to that place or to that destination. It also tells us where the nearest police station or the ATM is. Next application is Smart 24/7. It has a 3-step procedure. First of all, there is a panic button inside the app. Suppose you are in any condition of distress, then you have to press the panic button and the help you require that time. The panic button will send the message to the receiver, and the call center of this application has a 24/7 service. This app has also some great features such as fake call, travel updates, maid registration, etc., and it can be easily used by the elderly people also. Next application is Raksha, that is Women Safety Alert. It is an app launched by Government of India. In this app, there is an alert button through which you can send an SOS message to the people who care for you. Even if the app is switched off, what you have to do is you have to press the volume key for 3 seconds and an SOS alert will be automatically sent to the registered mobile numbers. Next application is Shake to Safety. It is the easiest app to use. Under the condition of any distress, you don't have to open the app. Just shake your smartphone vigorously or press the power button 4 times. While doing so, it will send an SOS message and also place a call to the registered mobile numbers. The best feature of this app that I like very much is it can work without any internet connection, and also when your mobile phone screen is locked. Even if the screen is locked and you do not have an active internet connection, then also this app will work. It also helps us in reporting any situation like robbery, accident, or if you have faced any kind of natural disaster. Next, another application is Be Safe. It also has many wonderful features, such as it has an alarm, it has a follow me option which allows your family to track yourself, it has a fake call feature. It also helps us to set an auto alarm which will help our guardians to know about our location and about the status of our safety. Next point comes is the safety related to mobile phones. When we enter into the college, we get a new smartphones, but it is very important to use that mobile phone very judiciously. First of all, there is no need to share your mobile number with everyone unnecessarily. If any purpose is there, share your mobile number unnecessarily, please do not. Next, if your friend isn't comfortable in sharing her number with someone, kindly do not do that. Without the knowledge or consent of a concerned person, you should not share mobile number of anyone with anyone. Next, if someone is trying to troubling you on call, then what you can do is record the call and you can report it immediately. There is an option in your smartphones to block the mobile numbers. You can block the mobile numbers of these disturbing elements. If you are a college or a school going student, you can keep the number of chief proctor and the faculty you trust, and if something wrong has happened inside the premises, you can immediately report to them that something is not right. As the dependency on technology is increasing, the rate of the cybercrime against women is also increasing. It is said that cybercrime against women is a very serious and it is a very fast growing concern as it severely affects the women's safety. Cyber harassment, email spoofing, morphing, defamation, stalking, these are some of the major forms of the cybercrimes that takes place against a woman. You all must have heard about a very famous boys' locker room incident that is an example that unauthentic use of social media can be very dangerous. In this, some school going children were involved in defamation of girls through a very famous online social media platform. Another very famous example is that a very famous influencer on TikTok who had 13.4 million followers, he was accused of encouraging and glorifying acid attacks on women. Dear students, technology plays a very important role in our life, but if it is not used properly, it can turn out to be a disaster. Next comes that how you can keep yourself safe by using social media or internet. First of all, excess use of internet or social media is never good. It will definitely affect your studies. So what you have to do is use social media, go for internet surfing, but in a very limited space. Do not share your personal information while having an online conversation with someone. Never go to meet a person whom you know through online mode, especially without your parents' permission. There are a number of WhatsApp groups in which we are added, and if you are not comfortable with the kind of messages that are coming in it, then you can choose to exit from that. There is no need to be in that group. Next, on any unauthentic platform, kindly do not share your banking information and information such as your digital signature, your ATM pin, etc. Next comes, there is a very smart way to save online. First of all, S means safe. Do not share your personal information like your banking information, your full name, full address, mobile number, ATM pin with everyone. M means meet. Never go to meet a person whom you know only through social media or online platform. Next is accepting. Accepting kind of emails, IM messages, images or forms from unauthentic sources or from unknown sources could be very dangerous. It can trace data in your mobile or your laptop and it can be very dangerous for you. Next is reliable. See, there is number of information that is available on internet, but not everything that is there on internet is correct. So before you believe in some information, make sure it is reliable. Tell. If something wrong has happened, please do not hesitating in informing your parents or to any adult or to any teacher about it. If you face some problem, you have to tell it. Next comes safety related to Facebook. Facebook has really changed the way people interact with each other. It has entirely changed the communication between two people. But as the use of Facebook is increasing, the number of crimes associated with it are also increasing. A number of crimes such as scams, cyberbullying, robbery, defamation, and harassment takes place by the use of Facebook. So before you use Facebook, first of all, think before you post something. If something posted against you can hurt you, it can hurt others as well. So before you post something, think about it. Next, friends. Dear students, the number of friends you have on Facebook is not going to define your identity, or it is not going to define who you are. Have friendship with limited number of people. It is not necessarily very important to have more and more number of friends on Facebook. Next, be kind to others. Before posting on something, before commenting on someone's picture, be kind. Next is your password. Do not share your password with everyone. Next, keeps your settings private so that all the people do not have access to them. Next, hurt. Do not be hurtful towards others. If you are being hurtful for others, they may also do the same to you. Next, very important rule is parents and teachers. If you find that something wrong has happened, inform it immediately with your parents and teachers. Next, friends. If your friend is facing some problem, please do not stay silent. You have to support them. Next, if someone is trying to bully you or your friend, then first of all don't respond, and if the condition worsen, then you have to inform. So the basic rule of using Facebook as a safe book is tell, unfriend, block, and if something wrong is really happening and it is uncontrollable, then you have to report it. Next, about your parents. When your parents send you to school, to college, or to work, they are really worried about your safety. They are really worried that whether my child will be safe or not. So it is very important to keep in our mind that there are certain information that should be shared with the parents. The first information that you will share with your parents is about your friends. Whoever is present in your friend circle or the people you meet, your parents, they must be aware about them. Before going somewhere, always inform your family that where you are going. And when you are outside your home, you can always stay in touch with them through your mobile phones. Nowadays, everyone has a mobile phone, and you can easily keep in touch with them with your mobile phone. Next, see, your parents are your true well-wishers. They care for you the way no one will ever do. So before going to any place, if your parents are not allowing you, kindly avoid going to those places. Next is self-defense techniques. In our life, the importance of self-defense is also undeniable. It is very important to learn some of the techniques by which we can keep ourselves safe in all the situations. First of all, always be confident, because a confident person is always hard to break down. People should think twice before attacking you or before saying something to you. Next, keep a paper or a chili spray with you, but you have to use it very wisely. Do not use it in all the situations. Use it only when the situation gets really worsen. If someone is doing wrong, then you can shout as loud as possible. This can really scare the person who is trying to do something wrong. Next, never ever give up. If you're not comfortable in any place, just go away from here. There is no need to stay in an uncomfortable place. Next, you should learn some of the very famous self-defense techniques like judo, karate, or martial arts. Next point, it is also a measure of self-defense that try to stay in areas where more people are there, walk with confidence and with a purpose for your life. Next, code of conduct for us. While meeting people, we should always follow some certain code of conducts. Even the member of a royal family, whenever they go outside, they have to follow certain code and conduct related to their dress up and behavior. First of all, always dress up appropriately according to the place you are going and as per the social norms. Next, do not try to be personal with everyone. See, we have certain people in our life with whom we can share every personal information. They can be our parents, relatives, friends, or any trusted adult. Do not give your personal information to everyone. Try to keep professional relationship with the people. Next, while talking to anyone, please maintain some sort of discipline and decorum and do not get indulged in unnecessary talks. We should always call people by their name and with a proper adjective associated with it. Suppose you are talking to any faculty member or to any administrative officer, first of all, you should use the words sir or ma'am, then you should address them. Next, Accepting unnecessary gifts or unnecessary favors. If someone is trying to give you unnecessary attention or unnecessary gifts with which you are not comfortable with, then you have to assert it. You have to speak out loud and you should learn how to say no. Later on, these gifts and these unnecessary attention can be very, very costly. So beware about them. Next point that comes in our personal safety is to safeguard your friends. Dear students, the most important word that builds a friendship is trust. Never ever act as a mediator between two persons. It is not a good practice. If you think your friend is doing something wrong, you don't have to agree with her. You can oppose her as well. Friendship doesn't say that you have to agree with your friend. It says that you have to safeguard yourself and your friend. It is our moral duty to save our friend from any bad incidents that is happening, and also never get involved in any negative planning that is taking against your friend. And yes, at the end, if something wrong has happened with your friend, then in place of making fun of her, you have to support her. Whenever we are in any condition of distress or we are disturbed, what we really need is the support of other people. If you will make fun of her, she will feel more uncomfortable. The next safety measure that we have to follow is while confronting someone who is drunk, because a person who is drunk will temporarily loses his state of mind and they can misbehave with us. So first of all, what you have to do is try to stay as far as possible from such people when you feel insecure. Suppose the person is known to you. It may be some of your closely related family member, or it may be some of the neighbor. Then in those conditions, strictly deny for any kind of conversation, because while doing conversation at that time can be really problematic for you. So these are some situations in our life where it is very important to safeguard ourselves or to keep ourselves safe. But what if something wrong has really happened? What will we do? So there are some professional helpline numbers where we can immediately report about any bad incidents that has happened to us. We have women helpline number, that is 1091, women helpline for domestic violence, that is 181. We have phone number of National Commission for Women. Student or child helpline is there, that the number is 1098. Uttar Pradesh Women Commission 0522 230 6403. And Uttar Pradesh Women Helpline, another numbers are 1090 and 112. These are the phone numbers on which you can immediately report if anything wrong is happening. If you are seeing anything wrong that is happening with someone else, then also you can report on these numbers. Dear students and dear girls, you are very important for the society. You are very important for your parents and you are very important for everyone out there. We do not want any harm or any mishappening to come to you ever. We really wish you to live a very, very safe and secured life ever. Thank you so much. Always live a safe and secure life.